It's Cool FM, your number one for music. This is the Vodafone Live Hour with Connor Phillips. We do it each and every Monday night between 9 and 10. Now, Ivor Novello Award winner, Mercury Music Prize and Triple Brit Award nominee Amy Winehouse follows the release of her new single Rehab and most recently sold out mini UK tour with the hugely anticipated release of her new album Back to Black on the 30th of October. And we are lucky enough to have Amy in studio with us this evening. Amy,
Hello.
You're very welcome to Cool FM.
Hello, thank you for having me.
How are you?
Very well. How are you?
I'm good. Enjoying the new single Rehab.
Thank you.
What's the origins of Rehab?
Well, it's true, really. I had a particularly nasty couple of evenings, and the next day my managers came to my house, took me to my dad's, and said, "We are going to take you to this place, and you can't. If you don't go, we're just going to take you back there tomorrow." And I was like, "Oh, okay, all right, whatever. Let me have a bath." So I went and got in the bath. We went down there, and the man said to me, "Why do you think you're here?" And I said, "Well, I drink a lot, but I'm just depressed at the minute. I'm in love with someone. It's gone wrong." And he said, "Well, I'm an alcoholic myself, and I can see that you're obviously just depressed." And that was it, really. And then he said, "Do you want to fill out a form?" And I said, "No, I don't want to waste your time. Thank you, kind sir." And I left. That was it.
The song itself, it's an upbeat song, but you can see depth, if you like, with the lyrics and even the tempo of it itself. It's very, very raw. Is that what you set out to do when you wrote the single?
I like the kind of rawness of those 60s, them girl groups things, and the kind of emptiness of them, because it's quite empty. There's not like loads and loads of stuff in it. And I like that, those Motown, like them stomping Motown beats. I just, it's like a little, it's like kind of everything I listen to in one.
Your first album, Frank, and your new album, Back to Black, your record company have told me that it's a different setup. You haven't mellowed at all in the new album. You think that's true?
No, I think I've mellowed. I've softened up. I've softened a bit.
Right.
I've softened up a bit, definitely. Like the old album's all like, whatever, I do what I want. Like this album's kind of like, it's a bit sadder. It's a bit it's not depressing. It's still a bit like, all right, well, I'm getting on with my life, but not that much, It's only a little bit like that.
It's a new songwriting approach. How do you approach that there, right? You're going for your second album, which is supposedly supposed to be the hardest album of a musical career, if you like. So they say. And you changed your songwriting. How do you go about that, saying, okay, I'm going to do my second album, but I'm going to approach it completely different to the successful first album? I
really didn't set out to do it. I was just listening to completely different music than I was the first time. I wasn't, when I did my first album, I wasn't listening to all that 60s and girl groups, and I was listening to jazz singers and Ray Charles and like Thelonious Monk and Beastie Boys. It was jazz and hip hop. This time it's literally been guitar bands and girl groups. Yeah, I should write that down because that's quite a good quote. I should remember that.
There could be a song in it.
Yeah.
How does it feel opening the tabloids occasionally and seeing yourself in there?
I think it's stupid. A lot more people, I've got friends of mine, my drinking friends will come up to me and they'll go, "Oh, my mate Jenny rung up her mates at the Sun, she gave them what for," and I'm like, why do you care? I don't care. What do you care for? I don't really mind, but the people around me are quite protective of me like that. I don't care at all. And
what do you think the way that some of the papers treat others? Is it just, do you treat it as like that's their job, that's what they have to do, so
exactly,
be it?
It is their job. I mean, it's like things when you come out of clubs and they bribe the cab driver to do stuff, and or they hold the door open when you're trying to shut the door, they chuck dirty underwear on the floor. That has happened to me.
Yeah, I can well imagine.
I just found it so hilarious. There was this one paparazzi kid, and he said, "Amy, can I get a few shots of you?" And I was on the phone. I was like, "Just do your thing, darling." Like whatever. He's a young, nice kid. So he took some pictures. I've come out later, and it was mobbed. I looked at him. I went, "You're dead." I was like, "You're dead." And he was like, "Sorry, Amy. What? I had to sort my mates out." I was like, "You're an idiot."
I see on where you're performing, Liverpool, Glasgow, London, Birmingham, Manchester, and people who have listened to this show might think, where's Belfast?
Well, we're adding dates. I don't really know. We're adding, how many dates was that? 6?
I've 6 here, yeah. 5.
Yeah, we've added 3 already, and we might add an additional 3, so who knows?
Who knows? You're looking forward to it if you do get over here to Belfast?
I can't wait to get on tour. I love it.
Well, listen, we are the Vodafone Live Hour here, and we like to chat about live music. It's all about live music here. I understand you're going to do a track for us now.
I'd love to. This is called I'm No Good.
I'm No Good. This is Amy Winehouse, and this is the Vodafone Live Hour on Cool FM.
Meet you downstairs in the bar and heard your rolled up sleeves on your skull t-shirt. You say, what did you do with him today? You sniff me out like I was Tanqueray. 'Cause you're my fella, my guy. Hand me your Stella and fly. By the time I'm out the door, you're 10 men now like riding more. I cheated myself like I knew I would. I told you I was trouble. You know that I'm no good. Upstairs in bed with my ex-boy. He's in the place, but I can't get joy. Thinking on you in the final throes. This is where my buzzer goes. Run down to me your chips and pizza. You say when we marry, 'cause you're not bitter. There'll be none of him no more. I cry with you on the kitchen floor. I cheated myself like I knew I would. I told you I was trouble. You know that I'm no good. Sweet reunion, Jamaica and Spain. We're like how we were again. I'm in the tub and you on the sea. Lick your lips as I soak my feet. Then you know this little carpet burns. My stomach drops and my guts churn. You shrug and it's the worst. Who truly stuck the knife in first? I cheated myself like I knew I would. I told you I was trouble. You know that I'm no good. I cheated myself like I knew I would. I told you I was trouble. You know that I'm no good.
Brilliant stuff. Amy Winehouse, I'm no good. Now, Amy, what do you like to listen to? What's on the iPod at the minute?
My iPod, I haven't updated it since I've been listening to all this 60s stuff. I mean, my favourite bands at the minute are the Shangri-Las and the Specials. But my iPod's full of Busta Rhymes and Nas and Mos Def and all my hip-hop and all my jazz, really.
And what about live music? Is there any live bands that you really especially like going to see? Or do you get a chance to go to any live concerts anymore?
Actually, my guitarist Robin plays in this band in Jazz Jamaica, and they're amazing. They're like the best. I think they're the best jazz act in, like, the best British jazz act.
Jazz Jamaica, is that what they're called?
They're amazing, yeah. It's a collection. It's a collective of artists that all record for June Records, which is England's jazz label, really. They're great, and they're playing Jazz Cafe on the 30th of October. I'm going to go and see that. I'm really looking forward to that, yeah. Just
before you go, just the new album, Back to Black. Now, having listened to some of the tracks there this morning, it really is, that's probably the best way to describe the album. It's very, very soulful. Are you looking forward to the release and being able to perform some of the singles?
I can't wait. I mean, the little tour was so cool, just doing the songs. And it was a shame that we couldn't get to go out for longer, but I absolutely loved it. Just knocking this, and it's because it was the first time out of the, I can't think of the expression, but it was the first time we'd ever done them away from the rehearsal.
Brilliant. Well, listen, thank you very much for popping into Cool FM.
Thank you for having me.
I want to wish you all the best with the wee tour, and especially with the new album out the 30th of October. It's called Back to Black. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Amy Winehouse on the Vodafone Live Hour. Music sounds better when it's live.